Good morning, everyone. My name is Matt Feinstein, and I am the Executive Director of NJ LEEP. I thank you all for joining us today for this momentous occasion. Before I begin, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to some folks. First, to Senate Majority Leader Ruiz. Next, to Mayor Baraka, Assemblywoman Spate, Councilmember Scott Roundtree, Councilman Council. I apologize. I'm in order here. Who else did I have? Board President Council, Board Co-Vice President James Friesen, Board Member Anderson, Councilman Silva, I apologize. I am going in an order here, yes. And most importantly, Superintendent Leone and his leadership team, Principal Rodriguez, Principal Mitchell, and the leadership and faculty at both Central and East Side. None of this would be possible if not for your leadership and support. Thank you. I also do, before I want to jump in, I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to NJ LEEP staff. We have an incredible team. None of this would be possible if not for them. And also the two NJ LEEP students you all are going to hear from today, but this work is all about them. So, though someone did once describe us as Newark's best kept secret, NJ LEEP has been around for nearly 2 decades. Over the course of our existence, we have sought to keep our head down and focus on the work, supporting students in every way we can in order to help them meet their potential. At NJ LEEP, we believe that there is more being asked today of students and the institutions that serve them than ever before. The challenges and the complexity of the world they have to navigate has grown exponentially more complicated and will only continue in that direction. It is for those reasons, and many more, that we have always sought to augment the great work happening in their schools in order to ensure students have access to a pathway to college and career that will let them achieve their dreams. Because that is fundamentally what our work is about, the dreams and ambitions of these incredible young people. Newark students have all of the talent and potential in the world. The students throughout this building and throughout this district can, should, and will go on to become doctors, teachers, mayors, superintendents, and leaders in every corner of the world. Every single decision we make at NJ LEEP is about how we can be of service to these incredible young people and ensure that they will have all of the same resources to achieve their goals as any other student in the country. I am thrilled today to formally announce that beginning in January of 2025, NJ LEEP will be launching a school-based college access program in partnership with Newark Public Schools, piloting the program at Central and East Side high schools. We'll begin by working with 30 students at each school after school throughout junior and senior year to support them in navigating the entire college application and matriculation process, and then supporting them in our College Student Success Program to thrive in college and into the career of their choosing. Our hope and our goal is that Eastside and Central are simply the beginning of this incredible journey. While we are talking today about college access and ensuring students thrive in college, that is not the mountaintop. At NJ LEEP, our goal is not simply a degree to hang on the wall. It's economic liberation. It is agency. It is the right to choose one's destiny. The work begins today, but it does not end until every single young person has that ability. We are honored to be a part of a team of people with the district, with the school leadership, with the state and local government, with the students and their families in order to accomplish that goal. Let the work begin. So with that, I would like to thank you all, and I'd like to thank Superintendent Leone, who I believe is going to be emceeing us for the rest of this morning. Thank you all very much.
Well, good morning. See how fast we changed the program. So I do have a number of remarks that I would want to make. I know that given the mayor's schedule in particular and that of our state senator, who are both incredible leaders, not only for our citizens here in Newark, but throughout New Jersey, that we would have the mayor bring some remarks to the group first. Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. It's always a pleasure to be at Central High School. Let me just say that first. It's always good to be back home. So shout out to the principal here, Ms. Mitchell, thank you. And the school still looks incredibly beautiful. and I know it's good work happening in this building. So, with the season that we're in, and everybody knows what season that is, there's a lot of discussion around equity, around wealth gap, around opportunity, around everybody having access to the economy. And I would argue that most of those things begin with people's diverse opportunities and choices around education. That's important. Access to education, access to higher education, and diverse opportunities in that journey. So what NJ LEEP does is kind of close those gaps, kind of fill those gaps in to make sure that students, in particular students in cities like Newark and schools like Central and like Eastside, have an opportunity they may not have had, that they have access, that they have support, that they have people that are around them that are getting them across that line, helping them get to college, helping them achieve their goals, their dreams, and be successful and having well-rounded and meaningful lives. And that's important for all of us. So I want to thank Mackenzie Scott, for the donation, for the amount of money that they've given to NJ LEEP. I'd like to thank NJ LEEP, of course, for being in Newark, our superintendent for choosing these two fine schools, these institutions, to get these kids involved in this program, and partnershiping and understanding that collaboration is probably the most important skill that we don't learn in school, how to collaborate, and collaboration is the most important thing that we can do to make sure we move heavy objects down the road. And closing this equity gap, this educational gap, is a heavy object. So I applaud NJ LEEP, I applaud MPS, I applaud Mackenzie Scott. I applaud all of the foundations and the folks that are in here trying to make this happen. And I know there's some incredible young people that are going to benefit from the fact that all of us are gathering in this room today, who we will not meet, who we do not know, who will not get a chance to say thank you to all of us. But because we made a decision today to be in the Media Center at Central High School and come together with this group and this money and this foundation in NJ LEEP, there are a lot of kids that will benefit from this. So thank you on behalf of all of those kids here in the city of Newark who won't get a chance to say thank you to you. I'm saying thank you on their behalf this morning because the experience that they're going to get here will be unparalleled. And I am sure as 100% of the students that are in LEEP go to college. Is that right? So we expect everybody in this program to go to college as well. And hopefully they come back and run for mayor in the city of Newark. So God bless y'all. Thank you.
Doing absolutely incredible work for not only the citizens of Newark and its children, but definitely the children of the great state of New Jersey, the Majority Leader, the Honorable M. Teresa Ruiz.
Good morning, everyone. So, am I right? Is the school about 17 years? And I'm going to tell you why I know. Is that just about right? 16 and a half, 17 years. So great to have the mayor come back full circle because, this is where he led and really transformed even prior to getting the new school building. In my first days of getting elected, there were two school buildings that did not have their CEOs. Science High School Central was another one of them. So I invited a core team of leadership to come down because the Department of Education used to fund the buildings, but then they also used to, if we had new labs or pools like this school has, they would also put extraordinary line budgets in because they knew it was an additional expense, whether it would be a coach for that program or for just materials. So we were down in Trenton and I was new. And I walked out of the room, and the team at Central High School, when I left, my policy person was sitting in there and said, she's not going to be able to get anything done. She's not going to do it. And I came back, and the commissioner said, you got the money. And that's how science ended up getting their COs and what they needed, and Central High School ended up getting what they. So I am intimately tied, and I get it because I was new, so nobody knew who I was. They didn't know that I had the fierce Newark Puerto Rican passion that wasn't going to walk away until. And so I think that that is full circle in demonstrating new buildings are fantastic, but if you don't have fantastic programming that encourages families and children, it goes to nothing, right? LEEP has demonstrated success in different avenues in different spaces in the state. And we know that one entity cannot do it alone. Today you see local elected officials, the Newark Public Schools, philanthropic partners, thank you to Mackenzie Scott, an organization that has demonstrated success, really pouring into two phenomenal schools already. Mr. Mitchell and Mrs. Mitchell and Mr. Rodriguez can attest to that because they see the success, the joy, the love, the excitement, the obstacles and the trials that their students have every single day when they come in and out of these spaces. But as a first generation college student, I will tell you that I didn't get into an EOF program, and I want to bring this so that you understand how important programs like LEAP are. I learned from my family at the school who had gone through EOF, and they helped me maneuver the system because they had gotten those foundational skill sets about what to do, where the classes were, where you could go see a dean. Instead of buying a new book, buy a used one. I mean, simple things. My parents couldn't teach me that because they had never gone to school. And so it's this generational kind of story that gets led down. LEAP will fill in those gaps, right? Really creating the wraparound services for the child that's going to go to school so that when they get there their first semester and they think that the trees and the deer and the university and the forest was what they wanted and they craved to hear sirens every single night, that they'll stay there because they know that they have a foundation that will help them succeed and graduate in 4 years. Now, I know that's nuance and some people may not understand what I'm saying, but I see a lot of heads nodding. The story of America will always have the story of first-generation students going to college, and that is an extraordinary feat by itself, the fact that you got in and that you're there. But everything else, from food program to studying to being independent to figuring out whether you have, even when your family's in a crisis, knowing that you can take a pause from school and not have to fail those classes. I say this to all of you because this is what happened to me, and if it were not for the grace of God and the family that I developed at Drew University, I would not have graduated myself. LEAP is going to create those artificial bridges and support systems along with NPS because our school systems can't do it alone. Our principals and certainly our teachers can't do it alone. We know we do not have enough time on task to develop the great academic outcomes that we have. And so creating these wraparound services with philanthropic partners and nonprofit organizations is critical. So congratulations to the schools. I can't wait to see its success. Thank you to LEAP for allowing me to make the connection with the district and the organization and bringing this to fruition. And I cannot wait to hear the excellent stories that come out of this. So to the board members who are here today, a debt of gratitude to all of you. I know that you don't get that enough because oftentimes someone's standing here just yelling at you for what is not happening. I love you. I appreciate you. I support you because it is, as much as they'll tell you, the most rewarding elected position to be in, not a stipend, not a pay, and it consumes most of their time because we're dealing with the biggest asset and treasure that we have in this state, and that's our kids. So thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Senator. This is not that podium. This is the podium for good stuff. There's a podium. There's a podium where good things happen, Senator, where good things happen. Good morning. Joining me is the President of the Newark Board of Education, the Honorable Hassani Council. Vice President of the Board of Education, the Honorable Allison James Bryson. And one of our board members, the Honorable Camilla Anderson. Joining me with them, we've been traveling already since very early this morning at different events, so we're quite excited about today. This month has been one where they and members of the team that I'm going to be recognizing have, in fact, been traveling across the country because of the incredible work that is actually occurring here in the district. First and foremost, the Deputy Superintendent of Schools, Yolanda Severe. The Assistant Superintendent of the High Schools, Dr. Maria Ortiz. The Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Sylvia Esteves. And then just so that you can see the importance of the impact of NJ LEEP, we have the Assistant Superintendent of the Southwest Schools, Samantha Lot Velez, and the East Central Schools, Dr. Shakira Miller. So we thank them for that. I know that wearing multiple hats is what everyone in the district does. No one wears more hats than one of our members of our team in the athletics department, as well as the incredible councilman of the Central Ward, the Honorable Patrick Council. So one of the most important aspects of what is occurring today is creating a connection with everyone who is here and not necessarily familiar with what is occurring in the Newark Public Schools. In the country, there are strategic plans, but there is no school district in America that has a 10-year plan, and we have one here in Newark, and it is historic for a number of reasons. Within it, there are 5 core values that are designed to change by creating a whole new ecosystem in Newark schools. And as we are transitioning from where we have been of 25 years of state operation to where we are going, there are some incredible realities that have developed over time. Just the simple fact that $169 million were earned in college scholarships by the class of 2024 is something that a lot of people aren't aware of. The idea that in New Jersey we look at post-secondary outcomes by monitoring the end of freshman year in college of our students, that's how school districts are defined throughout our state. It is not only the number of students that actually meet the graduation rate requirement. That's one thing that we're working constantly on improving. But how many students finished their freshman year in college? From the class of 2023, so it's always the year behind. The students who are in the class of 2024, they've just entered into college, so they haven't obviously completed their first year. But in the class of 2023, we know that 48.9% of the students who graduated have successfully completed their freshman year in college. So there's incredible change that is occurring, and there's incredible alignment with regards to that work. Of the 5 core values, the importance of reciprocal relationships is what we're actually celebrating this morning. And I do want to make it clear that folks and organizations and foundations that are in fact present in the room are critical towards our strategy. The fact that we are working at this should not be misconstrued as something that we are working alone. With Mackenzie Scott and the incredible work that Matt and the team of NJ LEEP are providing our students, I say to you that on behalf of all of the 44,000 students that are actually in the city of Newark and the almost 60,000 students that attend schools throughout our city, of which I am concerned about all of them, regardless of the school that they actually attend, that the work that we're celebrating this morning is critical towards changing the realities of all of our students. We celebrate a partnership today between the Newark Public Schools and NJ LEEP based upon our common goal of helping students achieve a college education with the support and guidance they need to be admitted to college and successfully earn their degrees. That NJ LEEP facilitates college access and success programming of our students. That NJ LEEP operates, whether it's after-school programming before summer school, Saturday programming, and this will be occurring both at Eastside High School and Central High Schools with the ultimate goal of not only graduating students from high school, we know we do that, but actually having them successfully complete college as well. That NJ LEEP is working with students in 11th grade and will continue through the end of their senior year in high school and throughout college matriculation. We know that ultimately, if in fact the city of Newark gets it together, that the entire state and in fact country benefits from that. The fact that children in Newark have run some of the most incredible corporations, incredible organizations. The fact that the city of New York, although we pride ourselves in saying that Newark is the best city out there, but to know that Ed Koch was a graduate of our high schools, to know that Philip Roth, that his thinking, that his penning of thoughts was created at Weequahic High School is symbolic of the greatness that is actually in our schools. That our Supreme Court Justice William Brennan winds up graduating from Barringer High School and in fact making incredible rulings that are helping not only people of color still today, but women in particular. That's the greatness that the work of NJ LEEP will assist us in magnifying to a far greater degree. That NJ LEAP supports college application process, financial aid applications, as well as focus on socio-emotional skills development. The work that NJ LEAP does works to close actually the opportunity gap by partnering with first generation and low-income students to build skills and other experiences to achieve their college and career ambitions. For anyone who's in the room who's actually graduated from college, we understand that all of the supports that are necessary, that the fact that what we're doing in this project and in this school system is actually changing these intergenerational realities of our students. If in fact there isn't in the household someone who actually understands all of the work necessary. That doesn't mean that they don't want their children to experience it, but they do not have the opportunity that is being provided for them, like the work that we are actually outlining with NJ LEAP. We're extremely excited to partner with both Central and Eastside High School. The goal is not to stop there. I have 17 high schools. I have an 18th high school that will be opening up this coming September. We are already working with Lionsgate in opening up a 19th high school. There is need for those who are in the room whose checks are super critical towards moving this work. I have and are readying students in elementary schools to provide them with this unique opportunity today. What does it look like? Let's see.
Ever since I was little, I wanted to be a lawyer. Being an NJ LEAP has helped me in so many ways.
NJ LEAP is a college access and success organization. So what that means is we work with students, low income and first generation college going, from the greater Newark area, after school, on Saturdays and over the summer, throughout middle school and high school, to help them prepare for, go to, and graduate from college.
The real mission of NJ LEAP is to give students opportunity to have the best life they can possibly have.
So when students join NJ LEAP as sixth graders, I think that they know that they want to go to college, but they're not sure what that'll look like. They're not sure what high schools they will go to. They're not sure what careers they'll explore. During our middle school program, we really try to build them up as people with strong academic skills. And then when they enter high school, with each grade, it gets fine-tuned. I think we do a really good job of teaching them so many valuable skills.
Getting better writing skills, how to persuade people, being vocal,
debating and writing briefs,
how to hold a conversation, how to network with people, and also confidence, how to come into a room.
I love when a student passes a class that they didn't think they could pass. I love when a student improves their ACT score, even if it's by 1 point.
It gives you more confidence in yourself, and having that confidence is so important.
When I first joined NJ Leap in the 6th grade, I was a very quiet person because I did have a lot of social anxiety. But over the years when I was in NJ Leap, I have learned how to open myself up. I am very grateful with the fact that I am who I am today.
One of the skills that I definitely learn and still use to this day is networking. And we go to different companies, like we've been to Citibank and we went to KPMG.
It was really cool to see people in the positions that I wanted to be in and people who looked like me, and it just broadened my horizon to the possibilities.
One of the things that I think is so special about the NJ Leap community is our team and our staff.
They were just so helpful and so kind, and I think that contributed me to being a little less nervous.
They're always telling us that if we want to talk to them about anything, we can, and we all have most of their phone numbers and emails, and they're all really helpful.
The staff around, you just see anybody, they'll smile at you, they'll be nice to you, wave at you, say hi, and also you get a jump start with everything that you do.
I think what sets us apart is we really work on an individualized approach to each of our students. And you'll hear this term a lot probably, but working as a team. So we realize that there are a lot of members of the team, the student, their families, their schools, faith community, and kind of NJ Leap is that thing that kind of makes sure that all the members of the team are working towards the goal, which is to make sure that the student is successful at whatever they want to do.
Over the course of the last 5 years, we've gone to about 360 students across all of our programs. Now we want to do it again, and we want to go to about 1,000 students per year across everything we do, which includes sending over 200 students per year to college.
NJ Leap has opened the door to so many opportunities, and I'm very thankful and appreciative of being in this program.
So you thought it was an event where like money was given and kids know this is really about transforming the lives of our students, the families that they come from, the schools that they attend, and the city that they're destined to make better. Who better to come next than the principals of both of our schools? The principal of Central High School is Terry Mitchell. The principal of Eastside High School is Carlos Rodriguez.
Good morning, everyone. So it's an honor to stand before you at this amazing kickoff event for NJ Leap. And as we gather today, you know, this is an amazing event because before I was a principal, that was my lift, right? Getting students to college, and it's a huge lift. And the more partners we have, the easier it is for us to make sure our young people are successful. To our students, I want to remind you, always dream big, right? Always, you are capable of achieving great things, right? I want you to never be scared to ask questions, never hesitate to dream big, all right? So I want to thank NJ Leap. I want to thank you for your collaboration, your support. Without you, none of this would have been possible. So when I received the phone call, yeah, you're going to be a whole school, I said, all right, come on, let's go, right? The more support, that's what we need to make this easier. At this time, I want to show off one of my students, 10th grade scholar, Zevin Lewis, because this is the reason, this is the purpose. He's excited to share some of his experiences about being a part of the NJ Leap program since the 7th grade.
Good morning.
Louder.
My name is Zevin Lewis, and I am a sophomore at Central High School. I've been a part of NJ Leap since 7th grade, and being an NJ Leap student has helped me in many ways. Through my experiences at NJ Leap, my confidence has grown, and I have been able to improve how I'm doing in many subjects. My ability to improve my note-taking skills has allowed me to better understand the information I receive during class, and as a result, I've seen my grades increase. The time management skills that I have learned have been very helpful in allowing me to balance NJ Leap and all my school responsibilities while also playing football at Central. To be honest, I was initially scared about how I was going to juggle all my responsibilities, but soon realized that I was not doing this by myself. The staff at NJ Leap is understanding and easy to talk to and has supported me in my pursuit to be a scholar athlete. I know that if I am struggling, I can go to any of them for help. As my mom always says, certain things can be taken away from me, but my education will always be there. I'm committed to making my mom proud and not taking my education for granted. Seeing how much I have grown from last year, I am confident that I will be able to achieve the goals I have for myself. I am excited to begin exploring life after high school and continuing on the path to attending college and pursuing my dreams of entrepreneurship. I know that the supportive community I have around me will be there every step of the way to see me shine. I cannot wait to experience the rest of what's in store for me at NG Leap. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Principal Rodriguez over at Eastside High School, and this story kind of begins for me about 6 or 7 years ago, I would say. So I'm having a meeting in what I like to call my office is the Office of Accountability. So for when my students come into my office, they know that we're going to have an intense conversation about something. So we had a young lady whose name I won't mention who was kind of off track, and we had seen that over the previous years. She was a super talented young girl with so much potential. And as I put her mom on speakerphone and we're having a conversation about what my expectations are, and I'm not going to stop, and it's, you know, you're going to go to college and we're going to get you ready. And mom goes, you're saying the same thing that Mr. Sejas is saying. And I go, well, I like the way this guy thinks. Who is he? So come to find out that it's Sergio Sejas, someone who I've known directly and indirectly through community organizations for over 20 years. I know his father as well. So we began partnering as at that point I was vice principal. We started partnering with many of the students in the school, and we met with this young lady and we ensured that she went to college and that she graduated successfully. And we started partnering over and over again with more and more students. And then last year, I want to say in about April, he reaches out to me and says, we have this opportunity, we got to talk. I said, come on in. So myself, my lead counselor, Mr. Tavares, we met with them, and this is where our dream began. We started pushing it because as Senator Teresa Ruiz said, you know, creating that generational wealth is super important. I'm a first-time graduate of high school. My parents are new to this country. My oldest sister was the first to graduate high school. She actually graduated with the senator from the same high school. We're all first-time graduates. So many of my students at Eastside High School are all first-time high school graduates, and we encourage them so much. You know, these opportunities that we have with dual enrollment, offering the students the opportunity to be taking classes in colleges while they're in high school where they may have thought that they weren't good enough for college. And now suddenly they attend a course and they're like, Mr. Rodriguez, I can do this. I said, I know you can. I told you you could. Don't ever tell yourself no. So just making sure that our students have that opportunity. I'm super grateful to my older sister because she would drag me out of bed and walk me to school every day and made sure, because my parents didn't have the skill sets necessary. They had to go to work early. So my sisters raised me, and I'm very proud of that, growing up in North Newark and being a Newark student my whole life and now being able to be the principal. Very, very proud of our Red Raiders, and I'm going to have one of my Red Raiders come up here, introduce himself, and speak on how this program works for him.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Samuel Da Silva, and I'm a senior at Eastside High School. NJ Leap has changed the future outlook of my life in a multitude amount of ways that just continue to reveal themselves with each passing day. Participating specifically in the program's Constitutional Law Debate program helped me develop a richer understanding of our Constitution's, of our Constitution. Disabusing me of a previously one-dimensional, perspective I had of the U.S.'s complex legal system. And, the program has afforded me the opportunities to, grow as a public speaker, and it's one of the reasons I'm able to be in front of you guys here today. And ultimately, just the program has reinforced my confidence in social settings. This confidence has obviously translated very well into the application process for college. NJ Leap's support during this daunting process has been nothing but beneficial. The NJ Leap staff spent a lot of time informing my family and I about the long-winded and multifaceted college application process, which I was previously, completely unaware of. I was in the dark of. And, when applications did begin, I didn't feel as stressed out or nervous. That attention to detail extends to the support NJ Leap provided me both academically and emotionally. And obviously now that I'm in the midst of these applications, Like they are my guiding anchor and my guiding light in all of this. And the diverse experiences I've been able to take part in as a member of the NJ LEEP community have not only equipped me with the knowledge about college, but also the skills I will need to succeed in college. I'm tremendously proud of everything I've been able to accomplish, and I'm excited to look, for my next year in college. Thank you.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Did you get notification about being a finalist for something recently?
Oh yeah. So about a month ago, through NJ LEEP, I learned about the Questbridge scholarship. I had no idea the scholarship existed. And with the support of Miss Garrity and the CAP team over at NJ LEEP, I was able to apply, and I got into Questbridge finalists, and I just yesterday submitted all my applications for college.
You sit over here, you sit over here. You get on the other side of the first one. Go ahead, Malcolm. You know I want this picture. Don't leave. The idea that these two are just representatives of the impact of this program should hopefully leave everyone feeling somewhat in a moment of time that you are witnessing not only incredible change, but that the idea that these two are just representatives of the work that is occurring across our high schools to impact and provide our young students with opportunities that for not the hard work of everyone that's in this room, the staff at all of the respective schools, that we intentionally are predicting and making a change to their lives and the lives of those in this community. So I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the entire Board of Education and all of the students in all of our schools to thank Mackenzie Scott and NJ LEEP and the staff that's here, starting and leading with Matt and the entire team for your hard work, your commitment to excellence, your ability to witness change right before thine own very eyes. So thank you so much and have an incredible rest of today.